Hi, this is Tom, and in this video we are going to have an introduction, just a quick introduction to how to use our TI-84. As I realized the first time you take one of these out of the box, well, it might seem a little intimidating. So let's take a look. And it all begins with getting this machine on, and here's how we do it. In the bottom left-hand corner we actually have an on button, and it really is just that simple. So, the on button is in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You can see it down here. There's the on button. So I'm going to press it, on, and there it is. The calculator screen comes on. You can see I already have some work in there. And if you do, and you'd like to get rid of that, you can just press the clear button, which is right here. You can see my finger on the right. So press clear, and there, you have a fresh start. Now, at the end of this lesson, we'll find out how, or actually let's do this right now. If you want to turn the calculator off, well, notice that if you look over here at my drawing, you're going to see the pencil running around. You'll also see right above the button, you're going to see the word off. And it's in smaller letters. And to access the off, you use the second button. So let's try that. So to turn your calculator off, you press the second button, which is this blue button here. Press the on button, that'll access the off, and there your calculator is off. All right, let's turn it back on because we need to use these. Turn our calculator on. Let's try some basic operations. And in math, an operation is add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So let's start with a problem of, say, 3 plus 4. Now I suspect most of us are comfortable that this is 7, but let's just make sure our calculators are working correctly. So here's how we do this. We type 3, you can just see it on the screen, plus 4, and your calculator doesn't have an equal button. Instead it has this button that you'll see. It says enter. Enter is how we get to equals. And your enter key is right down in the bottom right hand corner. You can see my finger there. So we press enter and there it is, 7. So it looks like the calculator is working correctly. Let's try another one. Let's try 4 and we're going to subtract 3 from that. So then we're going to get our equals again. We're going to use enter. So we'll type 4 minus 3, press enter, and you should get 1. Okay, so far our calculator is working for 2 out of 2 attempts. Let's try another one. How about 3 times 4? Now this is an interesting one. So when we press, so if I think of 3 times 4, I would write it like this. But when it displays on your calculator, let's try this. We go 3. I press the times button, which is the X here, times the 4. But notice that when you press the times, your calculator displays it as this asterisk. So just be aware this is your calculator's notation for times. Press enter, and we get a mistake. So I'm going to go back to that mistake. And oh, I forgot to press the 4. 3 times 4. Enter, and I get 12. All right, that's 3 for 3. Let's try another one. How about this one? 3 divided by 4. Now, if your calculator is working correctly, I think this should be 0.75. Actually, I know it should. So let's try that. Now, again, watch what happens. So if I go 3, the divide button is right above the multiplication button. Divide, 4. But notice that when I press the divide key, it's displayed on the screen by this forward slash. So that's the way your calculator displays the division sign, even though the division key looks like the symbol you would expect. Press enter, here we go. There it is, 0.75. Now, a couple more things I wanted to show you is suppose we wanted to do a little bit more work. And we wanted to add all of our results up above. Well, I only have 2 on my screen, so let's do this. I can access the number above by moving the up arrow key right here. Press the up arrow key once, and it highlights the 0.75. If I press enter, it brings it down. Now let's take the 0.75 and let's multiply that by 12. So if we do that correct, we should come up with 9, but let's try. So we're going to take 0.75, and then we're going to go all the way up here to the 12, where we want that, so we press enter again. And then to get a result, press enter, and there is the 9. So using those keys, you can access just about anything you want on the calculator. And if you won't break the calculator, you can always restore it back to its settings. So don't ever worry about messing up. You have to just be willing to press the buttons. But if you're not sure of a result, make sure you try an example you know before you try an example you don't know. One more key, or two more keys that you might come in handy here, is to square something. So let's do that. Or actually, let's do it. We'll do this. We'll square something. So for example, if I want to take the number 3 and I wanted to square it, well, that means I have 3 times 3. Your calculator does this very quickly. You press 3, which is in here in the bottom right, and then you have this x squared button right there. So press that, and then press enter, and there's your 9. Now, one operation that we've been doing is we've been calculating percentages. For example, if I had 9, let's do it this way, 9/20ths. If I wanted that as a percentage, that's 9 divided by 20. And then we multiply it by 100%. And we can do this all at once on our calculator. So literally, we would type exactly what I've written, except for if we don't have it, it won't display a percent sign. So here we go. We could go 9 divided by 20 times the 100. And that should give us 40. Oh, whoops, I forgot the divide sign. Oh, goodness. Hopefully you guys, but actually I did that on purpose because what I wanted to show you was this. Let's grab that 920 because I forgot my division sign. So let's come look at this. Really, I needed a division sign between that 9 and that 2. See, I know you thought I made a mistake, but watch what happens. If you look at, you have this delete button, and right above it, it says INS, and that stands for insert. So if we press second and insert, press the division key, and there it is. Now I have 9 divided by 20 times 100, and let's try this again. And there it is. So those are the basic steps in using the operations of your calculator. And so at this point, I think we'll recap. Because remember, now that we're done, we turn our calculator off by pressing second on, or second off. Thanks for watching.